All right, everyone, welcome. Who's ready for our next video? Let me introduce to you my main man from the UK, Triple G Comics, Peter. Peter, you're up. How's it going?
Hi, Efren. Very well, mate. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great, Peter. I'm enjoying the beautiful weather here in San Diego. It's in the afternoon here at my time. I know it's nighttime over there. I always appreciate you coming on in the afternoon my time, by the way. If you ever want to switch it around, just let me know.
No, it's no problem. It's about 10:30 at 20 past 10 at night here. But it's just nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I think this is our second time we're going to be doing our top 5 advanced orders. And plus we have at the end, after we do our top 5s, we pick one book that we want to read that's coming up next week.
That's right.
Correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going. Let me bring this up. All right, monthly picks. Here we go. So these are books that are going to be coming out in March of 2022. So let's see what we got first. Okay, the first 2 are my picks. I picked Captain Carter from Marvel comic books. This is such an awesome character. I hope somehow they bring her into the regular comic book series somehow. There's obviously a different universe than Captain America's, but I hope they bring her in. From the What If series to this, I just really enjoy this character, and I can't wait to read this book.
This was going to be one of my picks, Efren, until I saw that you'd picked it. I absolutely love this character. In that I liked and enjoyed the character before What If, because I think she was in a series called Exiles.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
She's just tremendous. But I fell in love with her during that What If episode. I thought that was the best, in my view, one of the best episodes of the What If TV series. I can't wait to read this. I think it'll be tremendous.
Yeah, I'm going to buy more than one of these books.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to grab one. I'm going to buy more than one.
See, this is the problem with me and you, Efren. We're buying multiple copies of the same book.
Yeah. So, hopefully there are going to be other variant covers of this. So, yeah, but I really like the way she's coming out of the page.
Yeah.
So my second one, I was surprised that I picked this one, to be honest with you, because I'm not much of a DC fan. I read, like, my favorite character right now in DC is Nightwing. I really like the way they're portraying that character. But this book is called Rogues. And basically, the Rogues is the main character is Captain Cold, who is a Flash. I think the rogue character is a Flash. So I'm really curious to see how they do this book with all the characters. I think it's going to go more in depth on these characters and see what makes them tick.
Who is it written by? It's not Jeff Jones, is it?
Let me see here. Written by Joshua Williamson.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a love-hate relationship with the Flash, as we've talked about before. But the Rogues were always some of the most interesting elements of Flash stories. I didn't know this was coming out, Efren, so this is a great pick. I will be picking that up. I love the stories where they do the Rogues justice. Jeff Jones spent a lot of time investing in the Rogue characters when he was writing the Flash a long time ago now. So interested to pick that up and see what's going on. Is it an ongoing or a mini-series?
Let me see. 1 of 4. So it's a mini-series.
In which I quite often like to get the trade paperback. I'll probably pick the first issue up and then get the trade paperback.
I think what stuck to me, I mean, these are just the front covers, but just the look on Captain Cold's face.
Yeah.
I've never really followed this character, but just to see all the worry lines on his forehead and he's just looking up into the sky, like almost like, why am I like this?
Yeah.
So
looks
that's
brilliant.
2 picks. So let's get to yours.
Oh, look at that. Crimson Cage. Have you read Crimson Cage, Efren, the first issue?
No.
So I am, again, I'm going to gush here. So I went to Thought Bubble, which is a UK comic book convention. And as I was wandering around the stalls and stuff, there's this little table with this totally unassuming guy called John Lees, who's got a whole host of his books spread out on the table. And I'd never heard of him before, but I recognized him because he'd been on Rod the Recon's show a couple of months back. So I had a quick look at his books, and all of these books are horror-based books, which I really enjoy. So things like Sink, Hotel, which you might have heard of. So I picked up all of these trade paperbacks, basically. I'm working my way through reading them at the moment. They're amazing. Now, he came out with this new series, and the first issue was just out a couple of weeks back, called Crimson Cage, which is about wrestlers and wrestling. Not something I'm a massive fan of, but the first issue of this just absolutely blew us away. It's tremendous. It's basically about a wrestler who wants to become kind of a big name, world champion kind of thing. And he's given this opportunity by the current world champion to kind of prove himself in the ring. And I'll not spoil it for anybody, but it all kind of goes horribly wrong, and there's witches involved, and it was just a superb read. So I popped this one on because I just can't wait to read the rest of the story. And I would strongly recommend, if anybody likes horror-based stories or scary stories, to pick up works by John Lees. He's amazing.
Wow.
Have you read Hotel?
No.
Oh, Hotel is brilliant. It's a bit like Ice Cream Man or The Silver Coin. Each issue kind of leads into the next, and it's a standalone story. Brilliant. Next one, I wouldn't say I'm a massive Punisher fan. I do like the character, but this has just really intrigued us. So I don't know if you've heard of this, Ephraim, but this is basically Frank Castle becomes, I think, the leader of the Hand from
I've heard
Daredevil.
about that, yes.
And it's just really intrigued us. Now, I don't know if I'm more intrigued because of all of the politics surrounding the skull emblem on his chest.
Yeah.
And they're going to change that, apparently. Now, we don't know if that's a long-term change or a short-term change. So I'm interested in that. I don't want to get political on the show, Ephraim, but you know, in the UK, I'm not aware of this big movement to get rid of the Punisher's emblem, because it's just Punisher's emblem. Is this something that's a big thing over your neck of the woods?
In the United States, there's been even police officers have been showing his skull, and I'm not sure of actual shirts, but gang members are showing the Punisher's skull, and just it's taking a turn for like not good, you know. But even the actor who played Punisher, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. He went out on Instagram or Twitter saying, "This is not what the Punisher is. What you guys are using him for, it's totally not what this character is. Marvel's gone against it too, so they're switching it. But it's out there already. They're going to start using it. So I think it's just going to be temporary, and it's a shame that he says that this is not what the Punisher stands for. What you're using his symbol for.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
But it looks like a good book, so I will pick that one up, I think, and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I can't wait till he comes back somehow, hopefully in Disney. I think we've talked about this in the past. He's not going to come out on Disney Plus. He'll be on Hulu or some other forum, but I think Disney Plus is too wholesome for him. So
I don't know. I think I hear what you're saying, and this has been said a lot about Disney, but I think Disney's changing a little. I think they're a bit more willing to push the envelope. I mean, they killed half the universe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't get much. I think there are ways of doing it if they go down that kind of street level hero.
Yeah, time will tell.
Yeah.
All right, I'm next, and I picked two of them. This one is
Ephraim, I have to interrupt you and say, when we looked at these images, I haven't got a bloody clue what either of those books are. I've never seen them before.
Me neither. That's why I picked in them, just something besides, God, we're so much part of our history of cutting comic books is like Marvel, DC. So when we do our top 5 advanced orders, I send you the link to them, and I read the little paragraph that they have about it. And I, on purpose, try to choose books that are out of the norm. So this one is called Quintara Stone. It's issue number 1. It's by King Spot Entertainment. It says here, when Quintara Stone drank from the Holy Grail. When they said Holy Grail, I go, I'm there. I said, little did she know that immortality would be the last of her problems. Jumping between her past and her present, and set in a world filled with monsters, demons, enhanced beings, and legends that become truths. So, I mean, to me, it had almost like a vibe of what's that book that we keep on talking about?
Once in Future.
Once in Future. Yeah. Exactly. We're reading each other's minds now. So Once in Future. So I just went, this looks like an interesting topic. So I'm definitely going to pick up this book.
And that artwork, Ephraim, I am focusing on one area quite a bit. It's a healthy young lady.
Oh, her chest plate? Yes. I think she would do Wonder Woman proud, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that sounds very interesting. And as you know, I like my mythology books, so I'll probably pick that one up as well.
yeah. So my second one is called Ghost Cage #1. It's by Image Comics. It's written by Nick Dragotta. It says here the highly anticipated follow-up project from critically lauded East of West by artist Nick Dragotta. This all-new extra-length limited series. Let me see here. When his mega corp power plant falls under attack by terrorists, the super scientist who revolutionized and controls all energy on Earth sends his ultimate creation, and an adequate employee, in to destroy his most monstrous secrets. So it's a different type of read, obviously. I mean, it's not like, you know, our regular spandex characters, you know, with capes. And I think this is more like, not like more, what I'm trying to think of, more reality based. I don't think there's any superheroes involved from what I know of. But like I said, I'm just trying to pick different books.
That sounds really interesting, Ephraim. And I tell you, I've just kind of noticed it, and I don't know if it's just the way my brain's worked or what. But do you know those images where you look at them and there are different people say different things?
Yes.
Like there's the famous one of the old lady and the French lady.
Yeah.
I've looked at this cover a few times when I've been putting the slides and things, and I hadn't realized that the orange in the center is like a skull face kind of thing.
Oh my gosh, you are right.
I thought that was just the background.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until right now. Wow. It's
I like
a skull
that.
face. Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
2 interesting picks.
Yep. All right. You're next.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
So, two amazing books. Now, I'll start with Dark Ages. I don't read a lot of modern Marvel books unless they're in trade paperbacks and things like that. And again, we've mentioned this before, partially because I've been reading comics for a long time and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm more into indie stuff at the moment. But this series, Dark Ages, has really gripped me. I've really been enjoying it. The latest issue that's out at the moment, I don't know if you've read, it was out a week or two ago, where Quicksilver's basically sent back to kill them, and he dispatches, spoilers, he dispatches the Human Torch and things like that.
Wow.
It's just phenomenal. It's a real good read. So I'm looking forward to reading that. The next one is one of my favorite books at the moment, The Silver Coin, which is basically an anthology. So each issue is a different story, all linked by this basically cursed coin. I pick this up monthly, but I'm particularly interested in this particular issue, number 10, because it's the continuation of an issue that was out earlier, issue number 5, Covenant Part 2. So Covenant kind of showed you the origins of the coin. So up till that point, you didn't know what the background of it was. Mm-hmm. And this is the follow-on. So this will explore a bit more of the history and the mythology of this coin that's basically causing chaos. Nice. So really excited about that. Love the series. It's a brilliant book.
Silver Coin is one of my favorite storylines right now.
Yeah.
I love the way it goes, just jumps from different eras, and just you get a coin, you think it's good luck, but man, it's not good luck for anybody who gets this coin, you know. So yeah, the great picks, Peter. I love these two books.
The latest issue, well, I'm saying latest, the issue of Silver Coin that's out now, I'm not sure what the number is written by Ram V, and it's about a casino. I don't know if you've read that one.
Oh yes, I read that one. Yes.
Really good story. And the ending, again, I'm not going to spoil it, but it took me a bit by surprise. It was quite a shock. Good one. Very good one.
Cool. All right. Next. So this is my last pick, and this one is We Live, Age of Palladians, #1. Anybody who read We Live, this is the second series of this book. They took like about a 4-month break. It jumps into the future, like 7 years after the original series ended. I can't wait to read this book. There's going to be there's already so many variants, you know, out there already that people can purchase. I'm just picking the original covers, but I've told you in the past, I'm kind of done with variants. It's just too much. Yeah. You know, I want to buy them, but to me, I mean, growing up as a kid, when I first started collecting comic books, they cost me 20 cents.
Yeah.
You know, and paying so much for books now. I mean, not that I don't want to buy them, but I'm just mainly trying to stick to regularly priced covers, which is still expensive. It's about $3.50 here, $3.50, you know, which is a lot. You know, it adds up. But I can't wait to read this series.
Yeah, that looks really interesting. Is it a standalone or is it the start of the new series? Did you say?
It's a start of the new series. I think it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries, like the original 5 were.
I've on your recommendation, Efren, I've picked up the trade paperback of We Live. So I almost started reading it the other night, and then I realized that there's a soundtrack to it. So yes. I put it aside so I can read it properly with the music in the background as well. Really looking forward to it.
I think you'll really be drawn to the main characters, which the brother and sister, and they're very young.
Yeah.
And just the artwork, it's just, wow. It's just different type of artwork to me. You know, I really, really enjoyed this book, and I can't wait for this series to pick up again.
Yeah. Brilliant.
All right. You're next.
Love it. Love it. So this is, and I've just realized that's a Virgin cover, so I'm not sure what the issue number is. I think from memory it's number 7. This is Nice House on the Lake.
Oh my gosh, it's coming back.
Yeah. Oh. So it's been on hiatus. It ended with a hell of a cliffhanger. It's just a phenomenal series. I absolutely love it. I'm invested in all of the characters. I'm invested in the story. I love the bad guy, Walter, if he's a bad guy. And it's been on hiatus for a couple of months. So this is the return. I'm sure it's issue 7. So really looking forward to picking this up and reading it. I'm slightly gutted, Efren, because I love the series. I've got multiple copies of issue 1, all different covers. And again, this convention I mentioned before, I took them to Thought Bubble to get them signed. Yeah. And I hadn't realized that the artist, the main artist on the series was there, and he was doing remarks. Mm-hmm. And some of the remarks I saw afterwards of Walter's face kind of all, do you know how he does that Ben kind of disfigured thing? He was just hand drawn them on the covers, and I didn't get one done. So gutted about that. But yeah, tremendous series. Really recommend it. Again, not your traditional superhero series. And this is by Image, I believe.
I thought
DC. Sorry, It's DC, isn't it? Yeah. Brilliant story. Looking forward to that one.
This took me by surprise that it came from DC.
Yeah.
I think DC started saying, wait a minute, some of these indie books are so good. You could typically see this book in an indie series easily.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know this was available. God, I'm going to pick it up. I can move over this one. So I think that's our top 5, but we do a little bonus where we pick one book that's coming out next week that we want to read. And here we go. I'll go with mine first, The Silver Coin. I mean, it's issue number 8. I mean, just look at this. I mean, it's a mop in a bucket, and there's blood, and there's heads in there. I go, oh my gosh. You know, I love this series. I mean, you talked about it previously. It's one of your top 5 advanced orders. And this is a reason why. It's just great anthology reading. It's not your normal comic book superhero.
Yeah.
And I love reading these types of books. So that's why I picked The Silver Coin.
Excellent pick. I love that. I'll be picking that one up as well. Yeah. My pick is A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance by Rick. Is it Remender? Remender. Have you been reading this one?
No.
Oh, Efren, I don't know how to describe it. Really, it's basically about. I don't even know what it's about. I do know what it's about. It's basically about this guy who stumbles into a group of assassins who are targeting people and killing them, and he ends up basically falling into trouble and he ends up at the apartment of a lady who's scheduled to be assassinated, and this other assassin turns up and assumes that he's there to do the same job as he is, kind of thing. It's just a really interesting read. It's a strange read. There's not a lot of text to it. It kind of flows quite quickly and passes quite quickly as you read it. But again, I'm just engaged. I can't wait to see where it goes and what happens with it. Really recommend picking it up. It's just an interesting, decent story.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, who's that? Oh, it's Image. Okay, I didn't see
it.
Image. God,
it almost reads when you're reading it. It almost reads like it's going to be a TV series or a short mini series or something. It's like that kind of format.
What issue is this? Is issue number 4? Gosh, I haven't never heard
4
of it.
or 5. I think it's 4. Gosh.
Like I said, there's so many books out there that you just, God, can't read them all.
Yeah.
So-
Very true. Yeah.
So, like I said, this is our top 5 advanced orders. Obviously, we're going to be doing this every month, and we always choose our top 5 and one book that we want to read the following week. So, Peter, anything coming up you want to talk about?
We've got a few things coming up, Efren. So obviously we're working together on a few shows now. We've got this one. We've got our expensive X-Men keys, which is out either now or will be out soon. We've got our top 5s with the Attention Seeking Geek. Yes. Attention Seeking Greek. That's a totally different show. With Ben Crampton.
Yeah.
And then on my channel, I've got my usual stuff. I put content out regularly. So yeah, lots going on.
Yeah, same here. I do my own videos too. Besides, hooking up with you, like we're going to be doing this like on a weekly basis now, man. We're going to be doing it every other day, So.
Efren, I might as well just move in. If you've got a spare room, I'll pop over and I'll just move in.
So you can move in during July when I go to San Diego Comic-Con. So everybody, we're having so much fun doing these videos. I think I'm speaking for Peter and myself. We're so fortunate that we found each other on social media. We have the same likes, and I hope everybody sees that when we do these videos. But, until next time, which will be soon, my name is Efren, Passpoint One Comics, and you are?
Peter from Triple J Comics.
And hit and subscribe to both of our channels, please. Okay? Everybody be safe and take care until next time.
Take care.